This is Billionaire Senator Arthur Nzeribe's house in his village, known as Heaven of Peace. It is regarded as one of the biggest houses in Imo State. Arthur Nzeribe was a multi-business tycoon involved in arms, computers, and several other ventures before joining politics. In 2018, Forbes reportedly estimated his net worth at over $1.8 billion.
Arthur Nzeribe's father was not wealthy because he was a civil servant. He was a civil servant, mind you. And at that time, civil servants were very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. And being a state council.
Jesus Christ, I've heard a lot about this particular building, about this particular villa, about this particular estate. This is a village house. But guess what? Guys, right now, the man is late and the place is just there. You understand? So let's go.
But his grandfather was very wealthy, having been a warrant chief. With all the perks that came along with it, they seized the opportunity to make themselves wealthy. And they established themselves with properties all over the place.
Look at what somebody built in a village. I've seen the one Ibeto is building in his village, but before Ibeto, people have done it more than him. So this is Arthur Nzeribe's house. What can you say about this house? This is massive. This is one person's compound. This is one person's house. It's not in Owerri. It's not in Abuja. It's not in Lagos. This is in Igbo village. This is massive, man. Imo State about that balance.
You know, overseas, people make their money and get into politics in Nigeria. People get into politics to make money. But Arthur had made his money as a businessman. He's a multi-millionaire, even in pounds and dollars, before he came back to Nigeria to say, okay, let me join in making the political atmosphere and democracy work. So he came into Nigeria, he invested his money in politics.
So this is Arthur Nzeribe's grandfather's house?
Yes.
Okay. So
it was made of bricks before.
His father built this kind of house?
It was made of bricks before.
Okay.
His grandfather. So it was made of bricks. You know those kind of glasses that you see in the churches, those wired glass?
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it was made of. I, as a small boy, was playing here too.
Wow.
So this is Arthur's father's house too.
Okay, this is Arthur's father's house.
Yes, though he has a house too in the new layout. Arthur. That's where Arthur's father was buried.
You get yourself licensed in any of the countries so that you could buy arms there and export. You are entitled to do that. Whatever you sell your arms, at whatever price you sell your arms, that's your business. But they'll give it to you since you have license to export arms from their countries. Yes. But they will tell you won't give to terrorists. You won't give to fifth columnists.
Like this road you are staying is Arthur that tied it down from this end. He was involved in health insurance for the women, pregnant women, health scholarship for schools. And he built a toilet water system, for each village in Oguta, 27 villages in Oguta, he had one of them. Arthur did a lot of things over here, created awareness politically, and made Oguta people, brought Oguta to the limelight too, like his great ancestors.
He was sustaining human beings. He didn't want to establish a business at the end of the day nobody controls. At the end of the day, when he dies, his children will start fighting over them. What he did was empowering people individually to grow on their own and mentoring young men and women to get into politics, to know what the political situation is. He had fund holdings. He had Sentinel insurance, had Sentinel computers, and the rest of them. Even when computer was coming into Nigeria, Heaven Computers had Sentinel insurance. So these are some of the companies he ran in Nigeria, besides the ones he had overseas.
Guys, this is Creative Law TV. We are live and direct again in Oguta. Yeah, this is Imo State. And today we are telling the story of Arthur Nzeribe's family. You know, Arthur Nzeribe is a great man, a billionaire, a politician who made real money. He was a businessman. A what ago ahead. So, but today we are in his, family house. You know where he started. Like, we will tell you the story how the Nzeribe family started. Because everywhere here, as I'm standing right here, everywhere here is Nzeribe family. Everywhere, all this around area here is Nzeribe family. So, and the house you are looking at right here is Arthur Nzeribe's grandfather's building. And by corner here, you will see Arthur Nzeribe's father's own, his building. Do you know that Arthur Nzeribe's grandfather was a warrant chief? Yeah, that was why he made money. Because you know that those warrant chiefs as of that time made money because they worked with the British people and they made real money. That's why you are seeing this building like this. This building is almost over 100 years. Yeah, because Arthur Nzeribe died at the age of 80 something years, and his grandfather is the owner of this building. So that's to tell you how old this story building will be. You understand? So, and his father was a civil servant who studied in abroad and came home and started working for the government. So this is the house he built. So this is where Arthur Nzeribe started. This is the kingdom. Do you know that the current traditional ruler of Oguta currently is Arthur Nzeribe's relative? He will tell us more about this kingdom, and we are going to meet him right now. So join us, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to support us. Don't forget to send us, at least, even if you can buy coffee for us, water, transport, please do. It's welcome. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Abum Eze Nani Nzeribe Ezeichi, the 46th Ezigwe and paramount ruler of Oguta. That's what I am. I was enthroned in 2007. The Nzeribe family comes from the Ezeichi extractions. The Ezeichi is the progenitor of the Nzeribes. Ezeichi begot Ezeonumonu, Mwa Nzeribe. Nzeribe Abu Awon Eze. He was no king, but his first son, Nani Adizua Nzeribe, was a king. Because having come from the lineage of the Ezeship, the kingship, the royal family, it fell on him to become Eze. And since then, the Nzeribe family has produced 5 different Ezigwes in Oguta. And Nzeribe himself had 7 sons, among whom were Nani Adizua, Abati Nzeribe, Ngedo Nzeribe, Osai Nzeribe, Anyobu Nzeribe, Nani Nzeribe, and the rest of them. Ifi Nzeribe. So we are 7 men, and all of them were great men on their own, recognized by their own standards and statutes at that time. The British, the Royal Niger Company, came into Oguta in 1885. And when they wanted to establish their indirect rule, they approached the community that they wanted the Ezigwe at that time, Ezenani Ohanyere, to be used as a tax collector. Oguta said no. Our kings don't run errands for anybody, except you want somebody else. So they asked the British authorities at that time, asked Oguta to nominate 3 persons for them to become warrant chiefs. So in the process, Arthur Nzeribe was nominated, Obokondupu was nominated, then Onumonu Zaru was nominated. These were the 3 warrant chiefs at Oguta, working for the British at that time, while the Ezigwe was still there, running the traditional aspects and the customary aspects of the community. And Arthur Nzeribe, using his position, got married to many women, got wives, children and grandchildren, too many of them. One of the grandchildren happened to be Arthur Nzeribe. The father of Arthur Nzeribe was a state council also. One of the grandchildren was also Dr. Ruben Nzeribe, whose father was Iran, who was an agent of the USC at that time also, based in Aba. One other person was Aniche Nzeribe, whose son was Bob Nzeribe, who was a chief magistrate, whose daughter today is a judge in the Imo judiciary in Imo State. So this is the story of the Nzeribes. Arthur happened to be a politician, a businessman. So his influence went through all the nations of the world, and it became necessary that the focus will be on him. And today we are here to say the Nzeribe family has been lucky to have such persons in our lives, in our lives and in the family. Arthur Nzeribe's father was not wealthy because he was a civil servant. He was a civil servant, mind you. And at that time, civil servants were very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. And being a state council. But his grandfather was very wealthy, having been a warrant chief. With all the perks that came along with it, they seized the opportunity to make themselves wealthy. And they established themselves with properties all over the place. And that's it. Arthur himself, having been a businessman, got into politics and became very well known and famous with his contacts all over the world. So that's it. Arthur came into Nigeria to get into politics. You know, overseas, people make their money and get into politics. In Nigeria, people get into politics to make money. But Arthur had made his money as a businessman. He's a multi-millionaire, even in pounds and dollars, before he came back to Nigeria to say, okay, let me join in making the political atmosphere and democracy work. So he came into Nigeria, he invested his money in politics. Invested all his money. He had money, he had companies all over the place. Even he had companies even in Nigeria. He schooled in the United Kingdom, worked briefly in Shell before he went back to London to start his business. And so that's it. And came back when he had established himself fully enough and made sure that he would survive the turbulence of the Nigerian political system. Then he came back and established himself as a politician and went to the Senate and became a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He had all the titles Oguta could provide apart from the executive title. That's it. He had fund holdings. He had Sentinel Insurance, had Sentinel Computers, and the rest of them. Even when computer was coming into Nigeria.
Heaven Computer.
Yes. What's the name? Heaven Computers. Had Sentinel Insurance. So these are some of the companies he ran in Nigeria, besides the ones he had overseas. He had fans holdings, not fan milk. Yes, he was licensed because at that time also it was easy. If you wanted to make easy money, you have money to get your license. You get yourself licensed in any of the countries so that you could buy arms there and export. You are entitled to do that. Whatever you sell your arms, at whatever price you sell your arms, that's your business. But they'll give it to you since you have license to export arms from their countries. Yes. But you won't, they will tell you won't give to terrorists. You won't give to fifth columnists. You sell to nation states, and that's it.
That also contributed to his wealth so much.
Yeah, it's easier to make money from arms, but would you have the capital to invest in it? That is the capital to invest in it. That's the problem. If you have the capital to invest in it, you make your profit very easily.
So when Arthur Nzeribe became the senator representing your zone, what are his achievements? And even before he became a senator, what are his achievements, his legacies he brought in this town?
He mentored many young men into politics. First, you know that Arthur Nzeribe used to pay salaries to lots of people in Eastern region, the whole of Eastern region. Every month, he would pay them. Every month, he would pay them. Continue to pay them until his demise. So you find out that he was sustaining human beings. He didn't want to establish a business at the end of the day nobody controls. At the end of the day, when he dies, his children will start fighting over them. What he did was rather, he was empowering people individually to grow on their own and mentoring young men and women to get into politics, to know what the political situation is. That was the most important thing he did for us. And you find all of them all over the place. Even in the present administrations of all the Eastern States governments, even the former Eastern region, you find all of them. They are either there or here. You find them as commissioners. You will find some of them as governors. Those he mentored. Always all over the place. And that was why when the man left, this place couldn't contain, Oguta couldn't contain the number of people who came for his burial. was filled up. Oguta could not contain the place. The people who came from all over Nigeria, north, southwest, everywhere. His boys, they were all there. So, even in Imo State government today, there are lots of his boys there. In fact, the first time our governor went to the Senate, it was in Chief Arthur Nzeribe's place that he was nominated. I was part of that process. So that was one good thing he did for us. Opened our eyes to what is happening in the political sphere, Nigerian political sphere. And that's why our boys, our men and women, our children and daughters, sons and daughters are there today.
So you invested
in human capital development. And that's exactly what he did for us. Most of the businesses were closed before him. In fact, there was voluntary liquidation of most of the businesses long before he died. He just wanted to concentrate himself with his political career, no distractions. And you know, he behaved like a Igbo man who will have business. As soon as you get into politics, you divest yourself of your businesses, of your interest in your businesses. Not here. You'll be a politician, you'll be running business, you have conflict of interest. That was exactly what happened.
I must say, richness runs in the Nzeribe blood.
Yes.
Greatness runs in the Nzeribe's blood.
Yes, greatness is the one you say. Well, not every one of us is rich. But God blesses us the way he has blessed us. He blesses us the way he wants to bless us. He gives some people wealth, he gives some people knowledge, gives some people wisdom.
So do you think someone like Arthur Nzeribe will rise up from Nzeribe family again?
Well, you never can tell. You never can tell. It may not be in a generation. It may happen sometime in future, but not today. Because you never have two persons. Because each generation produces its own leadership and greatness. So our own generation has produced him. The next generation will produce their own. We don't know when.
Ojabo. Odema.
You're welcome.
All right, so today we are in your town.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. So please, may you introduce yourself to the camera.
All right. My name is Oliver Nzeribe from Omude village, Ojabo Binwedo.
Okay. So, what do you know about Arthur Nzeribe, the great man? One of the multi-billionaire business politician.
I'm glad that you use that word, the great man. See, he's Oguta great man, the strong man of Oguta. Arthur is my cousin.
Okay.
He is my elder cousin. He was a businessman, though he's late. He was a businessman and a politician, a still politician. He was in politics with like Zik, Jim Obodo, and the rest of the great ones.
Okay.
In Nigerian politics. Saraki them,
Yeah.
And that's kind of.
Yeah. So, what are his achievements, as a senator and as a billionaire he is?
They
What
say
he did.
charity begins at home.
Yeah.
Well, in Oguta, he had a great thing in Oguta. There was a lot of achievements, Like this road you are staying is after that third it, down from this end to the Pontu side, Amorocha, what they call Amorocha, the end of this road.
Yeah.
Arthur helped in health wise too. He was involved in health insurance for the women, pregnant women, health scholarship for schools, and he built a toilet water system, toilet at for each village in Oguta, 27 villages in Oguta. He had one of them. Arthur did a lot of things over here. He created awareness politically and made Oguta people, brought Oguta to the limelight too, like his great ancestors.
Yeah. His name alone self, when you hear that Arthur Nzeribe is from Oguta, is a promotion on its own.
Yeah, Oguta has a lot of great men, dead and alive, even and the ones presently are doing much too. Oguta is a great town. Oguta is an ancient town. It has produced a lot of people, as you know. You can read more about Arthur in his in one of the books, The African Legend, by somebody Onyema. You can Google it too, and you can get much about him from there. Arthur, even during his political era, he had this career. He established this career state, whereby Cross River, Rivers, Anambra, Rivers, Imo, Adia. He was kind of sponsoring and tutoring them on politics, international politics. And he equally too was behind the great Zik of Africa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, G.O. then the rest of them.
Yeah.
In fact, the planes that were flying over there then was brought in by Arthur Nzeribe.
Yeah.
He was the one servicing it. And immediately after the war too, he helped a lot of Igbo people in Lagos to give them loan to start up businesses.
Arthur did that?
Yes, that's free loans. Yes. So Arthur has been a great man. He's philanthropist too. He helped in building of the Oguta Church. He did a lot for the church, both the Anglican Church, Communion, and the Catholic Church. Arthur has been doing a lot for people. He's a great man. Like I said earlier, he's a great man.
And, why is it that our people don't talk about the good deed of the people? They always look for the bad side to talk about, to criticize. So Arthur did all these things, even gave loans, gave hope, and even brought a lot of people into politics. And people don't talk about it enough.
You know what Nigeria is all about, or what human beings is made of.
Okay.
Human beings. Do you like football? Do you watch football?
I watch football.
Very
I love
good.
Football.
The goalkeeper will save a lot of goals. Nobody will talk about it, but if he misses one, people will shout that he's the one that messed up the whole system. The striker will score a lot of goals, but when he misses a penalty, people condemn that he is the one that made them lose the match.
Yeah.
So that's the same thing with great men like Arthur.
Okay.
Yeah. So he will do a lot. He has a lot of good things. So the thing will be taken out. What is the good side of him? He's a human being. He might make mistakes on the line.
Yeah.
But the good part of him surpasses the next part
because
of him.
a lot of people,
and a lot of people don't know much about him.
Yeah.
He just a hearsay. Just his political opponents too. We ran a lot of things. People don't know him down to the bedroom.
Yes.
They just know him on the periphery.
Yes. So people always use the arms dealing to criticize him, even during the Biafra war. But they don't talk about the good deed he did, or even how he made his money. They don't know that he has other businesses. They always say that he used the arm dealing to enrich himself. That is the mindset they're pushing.
When you open up a business, you open it for profit.
Yeah.
You open it to grow. That when you open up a shop, you don't discriminate in your shop or in a store. You come and buy, your enemy will come and buy. Anybody can come and buy. It's a free shop.
Yeah.
It's a registered shop.
Yeah.
Once it's registered, his if he has as they say, if he had an arms shop or running arms and is legalized and is licensed, Anybody can come and buy. Anybody can come and it's not supposed to discriminate. You can be sued for discriminating somebody that wants to enter the store. Is a registered store.
You are right.
So anybody can come in and buy. So if you come to buy, I will sell. Arthur is not the store man. I'm not going to. If I'm the manager, I'm not going to tell a manager of the store. I'm not going to call the director that this person wants to buy. Can I sell to him? All I know is to sell my arms.
Irrespective of wherever the person is coming from.
I don't even TV know where you're coming from. It's just yes.
Yeah.
TV know where you're coming from.
Yes.
He has a gun shop. He has directors. The registered company must have directors. Must have managing director. Have ordinary managers. Have department managers, or as the case may be.
You have salesperson.
So you have salesperson. So if I come in and to buy, I'm not going to go and get clearance from Arthur before I sell to you. It's the managing director that will sell. Or the salesman or the sales manager.
And he opened the shop to make money.
You have said it.
So people shouldn't use it to,
You see that even taking the shop to Arthur, how many people do you go to their store and know who owns the store?
You are right.
So Arthur is so let them say what they want. All I know that my cousin was a great man when he was alive. And if he wasn't a great man, nobody could have been talking about him.
Yeah. Arthur Nzeribe, no doubt,
people have an adage. If you see a nice boy or a fine boy, say, this boy, you just tell him that his head is big. Because you don't know what again to tell him.
Yes.
So this is a nice man.
Yeah. So, where are we standing right now? Where are we right now?
We're in the Arthur Nzeribe's compound.
Okay.
Arthur Nzeribe is the grandfather of Arthur Nzeribe.
Okay. So, sir, come inside. Let me ask you something, I beg. So, this building like this now, who owns this building?
This building is an old building that was refurbished or rehabilitated. How do you call it? Rehabilitated.
No. Yeah, rehabilitated.
So, and refurnished by Arthur's father, but it is his grandfather's house.
Okay. So this is Arthur Nzeribe's grandfather's house.
Yes.
Okay. So
it was made of bricks before.
His father built this kind of house.
It was made of bricks before.
Okay.
His grandfather. So it was made of bricks. You know those kind of glasses that you see in the churches, those wired glass.
Yes.
That's what it was made of. I, as a small boy, was playing here too.
Wow.
So this is Arthur's father's house too.
Okay, this is Arthur's father's house.
Yes. Though he has a house too in the new layout. Arthur. That's where Arthur's father was buried.
Okay. So this is Arthur Nzeribe's father was a civil servant.
Yeah, he was what we call a crown counsel.
Okay.
An advocate or whatever. He's good in Britain.
Yeah. So, but for his grandfather, Arthur Nzeribe's grandfather, to have this kind of building that time, the man was very wealthy.
He was a warrant chief. Oguta people are known to be great. So we make money like any other person, only that we don't show off our money. Yeah. We believe everybody is equal in Oguta when it comes to money.
Yeah. So greatness runs in the blood of Arthur Nzeribe.
Yeah.
The blood of Nzeribe, put it that way.
Yes.
This is beautiful.
I'm great.
This is great.
So the Nzeribes are great.
Yeah,
if I can be great as of now, then you know those that made me to be great.
Yes.
The old Nzeribes.
Yeah, so
and the younger ones will be greater than me too.
Yeah, don't be surprised. Your grandson might be the one to replace Arthur Nzeribe.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes, in any generation there must be a great man.
Yes.
I will make sure and I pray God to give us one that will keep on representing us.
So guys, this is Arthur Nzeribe's almighty private house in the village in Oguta. This is welcome to heaven of peace. Unkudo. This is one of the biggest house in Imo State, if not the biggest house, owned by a multi-billionaire businessman, one of the richest politician, one of the richest man ever lived in Igbo land. We can't talk about the billionaires in Igbo land without mentioning Arthur Nzeribe. You can't talk about the billionaires in Nigeria without talking about Arthur Nzeribe. Even after his death, they are still mentioning his name as one of the richest man in Nigeria in Igbo land. Yeah, this is his house, the biggest and the most luxurious house in this town called Oguta, and one of in Imo State. Jesus Christ, I've heard a lot about this particular building, about this particular villa, about this particular estate. This is a village house. But guess what, guys? Right now the man is late and the place is just there. You understand? So let's go. So this is the entrance. When you look at it, you put the signature here. This is the signboard that shows you are entering the home of a senator, because he was a former senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria. So this is the main gate here that enters you here. When you enter here, then you have to ride from here direct to his villa. So I think this is a security house, for checkups and all that. So when you enter here, this seems like a heaven on earth. Look at flowers, orderly arranged. When you look at the palm trees there, you will see it was properly arranged. This place looks like American standard of, that kind of American feeling. Yeah. And when you look here, you will see also a water. This is a waterway. This is a river, just a mini river. Can I call it a mini river? So he can be in his house and be having the, that cold moment. This is Oguta, and this is one of the biggest house in Igbo land in Imo State. So this is Arthur Nzeribe's house. Follow me, follow us. Let's go inside and see what it looks like. Let's go and tour this beautiful estate called Heaven of Peace. So, okay guys, this is inside the first gate of Arthur Nzeribe's estate. Yeah, what I mean by estate, his private home in a village, in his town, Oguta, in Imo State. Yeah, so this is just a compound. This is, it's a compound. Yeah, when you enter the first gate, this is a compound. Everywhere here is part of the, the house. Yeah, look at how he designed everything with, landscaping all the way from first gate to here. This is a roundabout, and here continue. Then from here goes to his main residential private home. The house he built is very massive, man. Look at what somebody built in a village. They are saying that this person is building, I have seen the one Ibeto is building in his village, but before Ibeto, people have done it more than him. This is a former senator of Federal Republic of Nigeria's house in the village. A billionaire, a businessman, a businessman, somebody who was worth around 1.8 billion as of 2018. The man was great, man. You guys have been saying, oh, visit Arthur Nzeribe's house. This is Arthur Nzeribe's house. What can you say about this house? This is massive. This is one person's compound. This is one person's house in a village. It's not in Owerri. It's not in Abuja. It's not in Lagos. This is in Igbo village. This is massive, man. Imo State about that ballast. Oguta that ballast. Like, there's one thing I have noticed in this hour. Like, Imo State have numbers of prominent people, numbers of great men and women, numbers of billionaires. But one amazing thing about them, they don't make noise. Just imagine if Arthur Nzeribe is from other some part of Igbo land, the name will be more powerful than any other name. But because if from here, he didn't make noise. The man was a multi-businessman who made real money. Before he entered politics, he already made. His grandfather was made. His father was made. Himself was made. And the children have continued the footstep of their father. This is massive. This is beautiful. Instead of putting flowers, he used palm plantation. He planted palms, everywhere. Look at it from line by line. He used it to design the whole, compound, the whole inside this place. And he's producing, this palm produce, palm oil, palm kernel, and all this. I know Oguta is known for palm produce because Lever Brothers, the white people, the British people was here. They were trading in palm produce because of they are close to river, and they export it from here to European countries. So look at it. When you enter the compound, you will see palm plantations everywhere. Not only that, he planted, palm trees. He's making money from the palm produce. Yes. It wasn't just for decoration. This is to tell you, the kind of foresight this man has. You understand that? And for him to use, palm trees to decorate the whole, inside the building, everywhere is palm trees instead of normal flowers. It's a beautiful thing to do.